Welcome back to another episode of Growing Minds Podcast, the show where we talk about lifelong learning, personal growth, and believing in yourself. I'm Daniel, and today I'm here with my amazing friend, Laura. Hey, Laura.
Hi, Daniel. Hi, everyone. I'm so excited about today's topic because it's something I strongly believe in. It is never too late to learn a new language. Whether you're 15, 35, 65, or even 80, your brain is always capable of learning something new.
Absolutely. And I think this is something people underestimate. A lot of adults tell me, I'm too old now, or my memory isn't good enough, or kids learn faster, so what's the point? But honestly, that's just fear talking.
Exactly. And sometimes it's not even fear. Sometimes it's a belief they've carried for years without ever challenging it. But learning a new language isn't about age. It's about consistency, curiosity, and the willingness to start from zero.
Right. And Laura, I've met people who started learning English after they retired. Can you imagine that? After 40 years working in the same job, they suddenly decide they want to learn English so they can travel, talk to people, or simply challenge themselves.
It's amazing. I actually met a woman once who started learning Spanish at 72 because she wanted to understand her granddaughter's bilingual school activities. She told me it made her feel young again, like her mind woke up from a long nap.
I love that. And scientifically, we know that learning new skills, especially languages, keeps the brain active and healthy. It improves memory, concentration, and even helps prevent cognitive decline.
Exactly. And I think that's something people don't realize. When you learn a new language, you're not just memorizing vocabulary or grammar rules, you're training your brain to recognize patterns, to think faster, to connect ideas. It's like exercising your mind at the gym.
But let's be honest, learning a language as an adult can feel intimidating. You have responsibilities, work, kids, not enough time, and sometimes not enough energy.
Yes, life gets in the way, but that's why setting realistic expectations is so important. You don't need 2 hours of study every day. Even 10 minutes is enough to stay connected to the language.
Totally. People underestimate the power of consistency. 10 minutes a day is way better than 3 hours once a month.
Right, and also adults have something children often don't: clear goals. Adults know why they are learning. Maybe they want a better job, or they want to travel, or they want to help their children with homework, or maybe they simply want to feel proud of themselves.
Yes, purpose makes a big difference. When you know your why, it becomes easier to stay motivated. And there's another point. Adults already have a lot of knowledge about the world. They understand context, culture, and abstract concepts. They can connect new vocabulary with things they already know.
Exactly. Adults are not empty cups. They bring experience, strategies, and a kind of maturity that truly helps with learning.
Laura, do you remember when I started learning Italian? I was 34, super busy with work, and honestly, I had no idea what I was doing.
Of course I remember. And now listen to you. Your Italian sounds great.
Thank you. But in the beginning, I felt ridiculous. My pronunciation felt strange, my vocabulary was tiny, and I was embarrassed to make mistakes.
But you kept going.
Yeah, I think the breakthrough moment was when I realized that mistakes weren't failures, they were part of the process. Once I accepted that, I stopped feeling ashamed. I even started having fun.
Mistakes are literally evidence that you're pushing yourself forward. I always tell my students, if you don't make mistakes, it means you're not trying.
Totally. Do you have a personal story like that?
Actually, yes. I started learning French when I was almost 30, and I felt insecure because I thought I was too old to start a new language. My classmates were younger, and they seemed so confident. But with time, I realized that I didn't need to compare myself to anyone. I just needed to focus on my progress.
And now you speak French beautifully.
Thank you, but it took time, patience, and a lot of listening. Listening is actually one of the most underrated skills.
Let's share some practical tips for adults who think it's too late to start.
Great idea. My first tip: Listen every day. Podcasts, YouTube videos, songs, anything. Even if you don't understand everything, your brain is adapting to the rhythm and sound of the language.
That's a good one. My tip would be don't study in silence. Speak, even if you speak to yourself. Repeat words, imitate accents, describe what you see. Your mouth needs practice. Language is physical.
That's so true. Another tip, use the language in meaningful ways. Write messages, post comments online, change your phone settings, make grocery lists in the language you're learning.
Exactly. Make the language part of your daily routine. And here's my favorite tip. Celebrate small victories. Did you understand a sentence that used to confuse you? Celebrate. Did you learn 10 new words? Celebrate. Did you finally pronounce something correctly? Celebrate.
Because small victories build big confidence.
Let's talk about fear. Fear of looking stupid, fear of mispronouncing words, fear of being judged.
Fear is the biggest enemy of learning. But here's the thing. Everyone is too busy with their own lives to judge you, and most people admire you for trying.
Yes, every time I travel and try to speak another language, people smile and encourage me. Even if I sound terrible, they appreciate the effort.
Exactly. And let's be honest, nobody wakes up fluent, not even children. They spend years making mistakes, mixing words, inventing grammar, and nobody criticizes them.
That's a great point. Adults expect perfection from the first day, and that's unrealistic.
I want to say something to anyone listening right now. Your age does not define your ability to learn. Your belief does.
Yes, if you believe you're too old, then you will act like it. But if you believe you can learn and you give yourself a chance, you'll be surprised by how far you can go.
Language learning is not a race. It's a lifelong journey, and every step counts.
And honestly, learning a new language later in life can be even more meaningful because you appreciate every little improvement.
It becomes a form of self-care, a gift you give to yourself.
Before we close today's episode, I want to leave you with this. You are never too old, too busy, too shy, too slow, or too anything to learn a new language. You just need to start.
Start small, stay consistent, and don't give up. If you fall behind, start again. If you feel insecure, speak anyway. If you make mistakes, smile and keep going.
Your future self will thank you.
Absolutely. And remember, the only person who can stop you is you.
Thank you for listening to today's episode of Growing Minds podcast. If you enjoyed this conversation, share it with someone who needs a little motivation today.
See you in the next episode, and keep learning.
Bye, everyone.